little something like
Hello literates, I'm brittwriterly and welcome back to Writer's Ambition. For those of you who've been hanging in since episode 1, use a real one. For those of you who are just finding my humble channel, welcome. We hope you stay a while. It has been so long since I did a recorded video that was not a writerly conversation. So thank you for y'all hanging in there. I am just not going to commit to any more content. Not that more is not coming, because more is. I'm just not going to say, oh, I'm going to do this on this date, because I don't want to be a liar. And the truth is, I have 7,000 things that I am doing, and I just don't know when something else will hit this. So this is a mid-year HonesTEA video, which means we may not get another one until next until December. Probably in some way stitched into Kwanzaa-thon, 2-for-1 special, which I love. So I'm just letting y'all know right now, but thank you so much for your patience. Okay, I rewatched my January video, part of it, to be like, what have I said to these people? I said a lot to y'all then, some of which has changed, some of which I have done. So let's just hop right into it. If you haven't been up on any of my other content, then you don't know that I started Locks, but I started Locks, so welcome. You did that. Okay, so what I said I wanted to do was to do a final pass of Tales of Eliza Black before betas, revisit the fantasy genealogy between all of the novels in my fantasy universe, and then give thought to authorpreneurship, primarily through making a website and deciding if Patreon was the right move for me. You did that / where are we on that? I did a final pass of Tales of Eliza Black, and I sent it to betas, and I got feedback. Boom. And it was really positive feedback, to the point where I'm like, yeah, I think I'm pretty much done with Eliza, which is a feeling that I shared at the end of in January's HonesTEA. But I still hadn't sent it to one of my CPs who I knew I really needed to send it to. So I was sort of like, okay, feels done, but I'm waiting on my critique partner. So got her feedback. There were a few things, but overall she was like, this is beautiful. And also, are you sure that you're not doing track pub? To which I said, gracias, and yes, mucho seguro. So Tales of Eliza Black, she's fine. I am focusing on #first romance, which I sent to alpha readers, and I said it was beta readers. I was like, I mean, sure, but it's really more of an alpha reader. If it was a beta reader, I may need to do a second round of betas, which is fine. Got really good feedback from them, and so I'm working on another pass of revisions for #first romance, which already feel super strong. So I'm really excited for that, and what's the word? Optimistic that I can be done with #first romance for sure in the next 2 months. The goal is by the end of this month, but you know, the same way I'm not trying to give y'all any hard and fast deadlines or content planning, I'm trying to do the same for myself and say the goal is to finish. Soft deadline of 2 months. And if it happens before then, which it probably will, then let's just celebrate being early. Let's not put any deadlines in there that we have to repent for later. And that's really the sort of grace that I'm giving myself, because I'm tired. I'm tired. And then the final You Did That, which I'm super excited about. I booked a cover designer for #first romance, because that's how almost done I am. And I'm real excited about it. So one of the things that I said in the January HonesTEA was that I wanted to be, like, my year goal was to publish Tales of Eliza Black. Have since shifted that I actually want to publish the romance first, because it's for a couple of reasons. One, it's easier to publish indie. It's easier to put romance out of indie than it is fantasy. Fantasy takes a lot more buy-in. People are not just incidentally scrolling through and reading fantasies. And not that no one does, but I feel like the numbers are smaller. A lot of people are reading authors that they know or reading authors who have a lot of marketing, like, and I'm sure there are faithful few, some of you who are my subscribers, who are like, no, I just go and look for new fantasies. Congratulations. For everyone else that is not you, it is harder to do indie fantasy. I'm gonna do it, but I want to put something else out first so that people know me. And also hashtag first romance is a novella. It's a lot easier of a sell to do like a 40,000 word romance than a 95,000 word adult spec fic. So that's the goal, is to put at least hashtag first romance, if not hashtag first and second romance, out before Tales of Eliza Black. Again, just first because it's easier to do with indie and to build up my name and the following, blah 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 blah. And then second, because it's easier to move, I can use the money and the profits from that to like help fund with different things for Eliza, from cover design to editing, ISBNs, just things, right? So that's the marketing plan behind the shift. But I'm satisfied with that. I think focusing on Tales of Eliza Black or hashtag first romance, I could finish one of those by the end of the year. But as far as which one should I be finishing by the end of the year, I think from an authorpreneurship standpoint, it makes more sense to push out the romance first. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that's my you did that's in a sort of brief revisitation of a January goal that I shared for my entire year. And now moving on to the 6-month goals. I asked y'all, would y'all support an author Patreon, yes or no? And a couple of you said that you actually prefer Ko-fi, coffee, whomever, that you actually prefer that to Patreon, which is fine with me. I don't really know much about Ko-fi. I will look it up, and it may even be linked somewhere in this video before I put it out that I have a Ko-fi now. I don't know. I don't currently, but maybe before I put this out. I don't know anything about Ko-fi, except that maybe it's like a virtual tip jar. I don't know much more about it, but to the extent that it seems like it would be relatively easy to set up and easy for people to engage with without necessarily needing to put much, like not needing to necessarily like produce something like you produce content on Patreon, or even produce something like you promise people stuff on Kickstarter. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look into Ko-fi. So thank you for those who suggested it, heard. And so I am going to set up a Ko-fi, and I'll let y'all know when that is live. And thank you in advance for your patronage. Okay. Final pass of Tales of Eliza Black. So like I said, I got really I got really good feedback from the final CP. And now I'm just gonna stow those notes away and look to hashtag first romance when I finish hashtag first romance, and it's just like a way with my cover designer being formatted. That is when, because she's also doing formatting for me, she's really amazing. When I'm on a sort of like production break for hashtag first romance, I am going to go back to hashtag Tales of Eliza Black. So all of which to say, even though I only feel like I have the time and the bandwidth to finish for publication one of the two, and the one will be for hashtag first romance, I do think that it is possible for me to revisit Tales of Eliza Black, see to those last few notes from my critique partner, and have it practically done where I'm not doing anything else to it no matter what. And then I'm just looking at like, okay, who do I want to be the cover designer for this? Editing, like an editorial service. So I'm really excited about the next 6 months. I think I will be extremely tired, but I also think that at the end of the year, I will be feeling very, very fulfilled about where I am with my writing journey, as far as like finally approaching this huge milestone of publishing my first book, of being in the works of second book in that series, and finally pushing out Tales of Eliza Black, which I started writing for this channel. And so for it to have gone from a sort of series of speculative vignettes, not really vignettes, like installments of one continuous story, for it to go from that to a novel and go through all of the different shifts that it has to finally be something that writers that I respect call beautiful, that's already an accomplishment. But when I'll be on the precipice of like putting that out in the world, that will be even more of an accomplishment. So thank you for those who really have been here A1 day ones and know exactly what I'm talking about when Eliza was on my channel as a thrice weekly short story that I read. Like that, from there to here, what a journey. So if you've been there, from there to here, shout out to you. And yeah, what are y'all working on? Because it's also been a while since I checked in with you guys about your goals. So what have y'all been up to? Are you tired? And how do you plan on taking care of yourself? That's a question that's on my mind right now, because the jobs that I have outside of writing are multiplying. And grad school, job market, like it's just a lot. And so I do have these goals. I do think I can meet them. I do plan on meeting them. I'm intent and excited and da-da-da-da. That excitement does not undo the fact that it's going to take energy to do that. And I need to find a way to take care of myself that goes beyond laying on the couch and being a vegetable, although that has its place. But I'm still sort of ruminating on how best to really take care of myself in the next 6 months. Open to ideas. What say y'all? I don't really have a comment prompted. Maybe comment she's back, but actually I would prefer like self-care ideas. And ways that y'all take care of yourself when you have to juggle writing and worlding, whatever that looks like for you. But anyway, until next time, y'all take care. Bye bye.